I'm Vanessa.
I'm Gina.
Welcome back to the Vegan Kitchen.
Thanks for joining us today. We're going to be making something cozy, warming, quick and easy. It's not our recipe, it's from Plant You, and we found it on Instagram, and I was like, that looks easy. I was like, there's no way it's delicious, and we made it, and it's now become a staple in our house. But we think it's so delicious, so we thought we'd show you how easy it is to make and how delicious, and you can eat a lot of it and not feel guilty.
Let's start with turning the oven on at 400 degrees.
400 degrees. We're also going to talk a little bit about the importance of nature when it comes to healing your nervous system. And so we're so glad that you joined us today. Let's get started.
I think Gina has it at 420. I can't wink, so.
Okay, so this is our quick and easy cauliflower potato garbanzo bake. I forget what she calls it, but that's what we call it.
Exactly.
So we got 2 cauliflowers. You can make however much you want, but the cauliflowers are kind of small, so we thought that we would spruce it up. But we're also going to add a can of rinsed and drained garbanzo beans. You can put 2 cans if you want to make extra. Okay, and we also have potatoes. I don't know how many there are, but there are a lot because we like potatoes. I cut them up small because last time I cut them up pretty big and then they took forever to cook in the oven. So I cut them up kind of small.
And we just did yellow potatoes. You could do whatever potatoes your heart desires.
Yeah. So what goes in this is about a tablespoon or so of cornstarch, a couple tablespoons of paprika, a teaspoon of salt, cumin, and garlic powder. And we're also going to add some nutritional yeast for more fun.
Oh, she's getting wild.
We're getting wild. I'm just going to mix this up a little bit. Vanessa's going to be our handy dandy little mixer today.
I'm going to put a little bit of oil on there.
Put some, but you can put more.
And we just use avocado oil.
Yeah, you can use olive oil, whatever you like.
All right, sprinkler.
Cauliflowers at the bottom. And because we added more potatoes, we probably add more seasoning too if you like, depending on how much you make. It's time.
Look at that timing.
And we also put the juice of 1 lemon in here.
I just love this dish just because it's so warming and it heats up the house. We don't turn on our heater in here, so it's pretty flippin' freezing in our apartment.
Flippin' freezing. Yeah. Zella's cold.
Poor Zella.
And I got 2 baking sheets and I lined it with the silicone mat in there. And once it's all mixed up, we can pour it in there.
Oh, here she comes.
What you got? What you got?
Spread it out evenly. Lift it up a little.
It's a lot. This will last us a few days and some leftovers, which is fine by us. We like leftovers.
We do.
So you just stick it in the oven. She says it takes like 45 minutes, but for us it takes a lot longer just because we got so much going on.
It takes us like an hour, so.
Yeah. And also sometimes we like to finish it off with like a crisp in the air fryer too. So we'll see how we feel today.
Let's be honest, we probably aren't gonna do that, so.
Alright.
Oh,
Looks good.
looks good.
Hi, baby. Okay, we threw that in the oven, cleaned up the dishes, and now we're just gonna make the sauce, which is super easy.
Everything's easy.
It's so easy. You just take about a half a cup of tahini. Obviously, you can put way more if you like more sauce, which we do, but we're probably gonna add a little more sauce anyway. And then about half a teaspoon of paprika, 1 teaspoon of maple syrup for sweetness. Put a clove or 2 or 3 or 4 of garlic. I finely minced it. And a lemon. I realize I should probably be using this. And then a couple sprigs of parsley. We like the flat leaf parsley, but the store was out, so we're doing curlies today. And I cut up some extra for like garnishing. And then you just mix it up and you add water to make it as thin as you'd like. And over time in the fridge, it'll thicken up, so I'll probably add more water later. But And there's no salt or anything in here, which I like because then you can add like salt and pepper when you're at the table.
I think she said add like 3 tablespoons of water, but
yeah, I'll try to remember to put the recipe at the bottom. Yeah, but it's so good. The lemon and the maple syrup just makes this such a delicious sauce, and you can put it on anything. It's so good on these potatoes, though. Measure with your heart.
she's still thick.
Still kind of thick, yeah. Yeah, so we're gonna mix this up. We'll put it back in the fridge to sit for a while, and then we will take you guys outside in nature, and we'll go see some beautiful trees. Take the dog for a walk, and then hopefully by the time we get back, it'll all be ready to go.
I'm sure she'll see some squirrels, which she loves.
She does love a squirrel.
And she loves big branches, so.
I like big branches, and I cannot lie.
So we'll be back.
Just leaning up against the tree, and you know, the importance of healing in nature is kind of intertwined and interconnected, and it helps you to get back to your intuition and find grounding by touching a tree. Or in our area, the ground is not really dry, but ideally you'd want to take off your shoes and socks and put your feet on the earth.
If you're in Arizona.
Yeah, nice and warm and dry, but leaning against a tree, touching a tree or the grass, or sitting by a river, a lake. We encourage you to get outside and find some regulation in nature. And my therapist actually taught me to pick a tree that we pass by every day and just look at it and notice it through its seasons and different growth and the leaves, turning color. And, trauma can separate you and give you this feeling of separateness to other people. But when you're in nature, it helps to reconnect you because you don't have to do anything to belong. You already do belong. But today's a beautiful day. My cousin says that there's no such thing as bad weather, just bad clothes.
Yes.
And we learned that. We came out here from the desert with a hoodie.
Yeah.
And it was so cold. But
Now
even in the winter, we have to learn how to get outside every single day and do some belly breaths and try to get into our body.
Even though it's like 35 degrees, it's all right.
Yeah.
It still feels nice to get out and
refreshing.
breathe.
Yeah, it's a nice day. It reminds me of a story that I heard. I think some kind of book, I don't know, don't quote me, but they were talking about, like, imagine walking through a forest and looking at all different kinds of trees and, pine trees and tall trees and short trees and willow trees. And, one tree looks at another tree and he says, hey, I don't want to look like this. Like, I want my branches to look like that. I want my branches to stand tall. And so they call a tree surgeon, and the tree surgeon comes and, cuts off their branches and puts new ones and changes them. And, it just makes me sad to think that, like, a willow tree would want to be like a pine tree or something, like they're just so different. And when you think about it, that's kind of like us, like we don't like the way we look. I don't like my nose, my eyebrows,
Yes.
my eyelashes. And yeah, we can call surgeons, we can change to look, how we want to look or whatever.
But is that really going to be fulfilling?
Yeah, that's the whole idea of the story, is to, like, recognize that you are unique. You're beautiful just the way you are. You serve a purpose. And I think that being in nature, next time you look at trees, just recognize, like, the beauty of each one. I actually have a tree that I go through, that I see every day, and it's I don't think it's healthy, but it's got all of his roots are just, like, out of the ground, and I think that it's so beautiful. Because to me, like, it shows, like, hey, like, I'm bearing my soul. I'm showing you my roots and, like, where I come from. And I just think it's such a beautiful tree. So
find a tree.
Yeah, find your favorite tree every day. Just go and touch it and give thanks for, the oxygen, the shade, the beauty, the fruit.
Oh, and send us, like, pictures too on Instagram. We
tag
are
us.
searching for, we love a tree that's interconnected, because we believe that their souls found each other in the tree life. So when they're connected, they're like a couple. So if you find a tree like that, I think it's very beautiful. Yeah,
so
it's
cute,
a couple.
like little twin trees.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get out in nature. Let us know what's your favorite place. I'm a beach girl, California. Sit me on a beach with a palm tree next to me and in the sand. But, I can learn to appreciate the beauty of any place that I'm at. So, being in the Pacific Northwest, we got a lot of trees and greenery, and coming from the desert, like, we didn't have all of this, even in the dead of winter, like, it's still beautiful and green and lush, and, mushrooms everywhere. It's so pretty. Yeah. Thanks for joining us on our walk today. What do I say? She likes a good stick.
to take a little cat nap. We were able to feed the dog. It's so fun that you can do. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so first thing, we like to put a little bit of the tahini dressing on the plate, just at the bottom, to get, you know, more saucy. And then a dollop of the potato mixture.
It looks so good. Pepper. Fresh cracked pepper. Oops.
Some green onions.
A little sprinkle of salt on there.
And then a little bit
Parsley.
on the top.
Some more sauce.
And then, yeah, of course, more sauce. But, so good. It's so steamy, too. Oh, it's so delicious. Okay, let's try it. I have a little bit of everything.
Looks so good. The house is nice and warm and steamy. The dog's cozy.
It's so soft too. The cauliflower is soft. The potatoes are soft. The tahini adds just such a nice, like, I don't want to say like nuttiness, but I mean it kind of does have nuttiness, but not like peanut butter, because I don't like a peanut butter sauce on my food. But this is a nice balance for sure.
But it's so versatile too, because you can even change like the flavor profile. Instead of putting parsley and lemon, you could put lime and cilantro, and then like maybe chili powder on top of the mixture and make it like, you know, Mexican flavor.
Even add like a fajita twist too. Maybe add like peppers and like onions.
Yeah, now you're talking.
That's a video for sure. Okay. Well, that was so easy. You guys have to make this one just because it's so easy.
Yeah, you have to make it. It's so easy. Like, you just set it and forget it. One pan, basically, and then, you know, you're good to go.
Exactly.
And it's warming and it's healthy. You can eat a lot of it. But we appreciate you joining us today, and we hope that you enjoyed our little nature walk. And we encourage you to get out in nature and support your nervous system, get regulated, touch some trees, look at some trees, sit by a river, go to the beach, whatever it is, even just being outside and looking at the sun, taking in a deep breath of fresh air, you know, it helps to slow you down and get you back in tune.
It does. So thanks for watching. We love you guys.
Love you.
Bye.
Hey guys.
She sees sticks, so she like pulled me.
Sticks and squirrels.